Hi everybody, I'm Susan Bushell, energy therapist from Guelph, Ontario, Canada. I do one-on-one session work with individuals, both in person and online, and I teach, train, and supervise EFT students, both in groups and for organizations. I've been thinking for a while actually, about 2016, and as we move into 2017, that it might be a good idea to do a tapping video on releasing 2016 and everything it brings, and step into 2017 with a sense of curiosity and excitement. So I'm sitting out here in the snow because I love being outside, and I'm digging my bird feeders, especially this year. So I thought, why don't I just set up outside? And as always, I'm always interested in filming outside, despite the wind, despite the bad lighting and everything. But hopefully you can hear me okay and you can see me okay. I'm assuming you already know how to tap. You know that there are these powerful acupressure points on our body that we can access and tap on to release discomfort and limiting beliefs and behavior patterns and the feelings around uncomfortable events we've been through. So I'm assuming you are somewhat of an experienced tapper. Of course, as always, I don't in any way intend for you to use this video as a therapy tool. This is a fun video to embrace the last year and release it and allow ourselves to energetically move on into 2017 with more grace and more ease and hopefully some excitement. But if by tapping with me today you notice some strong feelings, some old stuff coming up that maybe you were aware of and maybe you weren't, but that it's a little overwhelming for you, and you've been tapping and you're noticing it's just not releasing, or that there just seem to be too many layers to the onion, so to speak, I want you to promise me that you will use this only to tap down what you're currently feeling, but then get yourself to your GP, to your psychotherapist, to your psychiatrist, to your mental health practitioner, the person you go to when you feel emotionally overwhelmed. So that's my disclaimer. Don't tap if you know you have a recent grief or a big loss, or that you have a big emotional history that may bubble up. Deal with that properly. Get yourself to an accredited or a registered mental health practitioner. Okay. So having said that, I want you to tune into how you feel about the last year, how you feel about world events, how you feel about personal situations in your life, perhaps relationships, career, the things that this year have been a challenge for you. In the EFT world and in energy psychology in general, we focus on the negative, and I know that sounds kind of weird. Why would you want to focus on the negative? But we do that with the intention to release it. Now, we would never focus on it and then just sit in the muck. We just tune in enough to know, okay, that's what I want to work on. I'm not going to dive into the deep end of it, but I'm going to just key in a bit, and then I'm going to tap until that releases, and I can address it perhaps a little more closely from a more comfortable place. That's the key. Okay, and I like to use the sore spots. Some of you might like the karate chop points, so and that's fine either way. So I'm just going to kind of go with the flow here and go with what comes to me. And for each of you, of course, it's going to be a different set of circumstances. Maybe that if I've upset you, I'll touch on some of the more common things I know you've all been talking about and worrying about. But for you, you focus in on what feels uncomfortable, what brings you discomfort about the past year, and we'll clear that and then set an intention for moving forward. Okay, here we go. So, repeating after me. Even though 2016 has maybe been a little rough, or maybe it's been a lot rough, maybe I've been dwelling in the negative because there's been a lot to worry about, I'm choosing to hold my ground and tap on it anyway. Even though sometimes it feels hopeless. It's crazy out there. World events, my life, my relationships, my career, my family. It's been crazy this year. And I can feel that or know that. Maybe I've got a number from 0 to 10 in terms of how uncomfortable it's been for me. And I deeply and completely accept and release exactly how I feel. Even though 2016 has been nuts, I'm overwhelmed with it. I'm worried about the next year and what it's going to bring. I'm tapping on it anyway. Okay? So no matter what, I'm tapping on it anyways, because you just never know where releasing the negative might take you. So we're coming up to the eyebrow points. It's crazy. It's been so crazy out there. The world is running away with itself. It's getting worse, not better. The news, I just can't watch it anymore. Or maybe personally, my life has been overwhelming. Maybe there's been a lot of change, a lot of upset, a lot of arguments. Maybe I've been lonely, or I felt like an outsider. Maybe there's been things that have happened that have been out of my control. Out of my control. Double karate chop for that one. Out of my control. I'm tapping on it all right now. And everything it means to me, everything it represents for me, and all the ways and times I've ever felt this way. Because it's never just once, right? I'm clearing that now. I'm clearing that now. It's been crazy out there. My life has been a little nuts. World events have been a little nuts. There's been a lot of horror, a lot of fear. Things have happened I never, ever would have expected. But I'm tapping on that now. I'm tapping on that now. Because no matter how hard it gets, I know being calmer, having a calmer nervous system will only help me. I'm open to knowing that now. Deep breath. Double karate chop again. Okay, deep breath. Even though I'm noticing I'm still uncomfortable. There's still some things that as I think about them from 2016, they get to me. And I'm worrying about it. It's okay. And I'm okay. Even though it's been a challenging year, and maybe some things have happened that I didn't want to have happen, that I didn't anticipate, and that I still don't know what to do about. I'm calming my brain anyway. Even though I see no way out, the world's in a grim place. I've lost some people or some things or a job or a relationship or a home that I've loved. And there's always change. I'm tapping on that now. So you tune in to what comes up for you, obviously. There's a lot of options there. Focus in on one, just to be most effective. And breathe. Breathe again. All that pain in the world, all that pain in my life, all that pain inside of me. And I've been searching for answers, and I've been trying to make it better. All this angst, all this panic, all this horror, and the disbelief that goes with it. I'm tuning into that just enough, not the deep end, the shallow end of that, so that I can release it. I don't need to be a limp dish rag on the floor, weeping for days to let this go. I can just touch on it. Just tune into it a little bit, and my nervous system will know exactly what I'm clearing, exactly what I'm calming about, right? What I'm calming around. I'm open to receiving guidance around where I need to be and what I need to do to help me the best. Open to my intention. Open to being guided. But there's too much to do. It's overwhelming. I'm panicked with it all. I'm overwhelmed and anxious. The world's going downhill. My life is going downhill. My personal life's a mess, perhaps. Nonetheless, I deeply and completely accept myself, my situation, and I'm choosing to become calmer, because I know from that place that I can think, I can strategize, I'll know my next step. I'm learning to breathe more deeply. I'm learning to hear my guidance. I'm learning how to hear that inner guidance that tells me what I can do to help my situation or to help the situation. I'm open to the possibility that it doesn't have to be hard, that I could release 2016 and leave it behind me, because what's in the past is in the past. And allow myself to begin to look forward into 2017 with joy, with excitement, with curiosity. What can I bring to 2017? What can 2017 bring to me? I'm open to new opportunities. I'm open to being excited, to implement change, to activate, to strategize, to protest, to build new alliances, to build new relationships that will not only serve me, but serve the world and the planet too. And it's not always going to be easy. And that could be okay, because I'm learning. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to not get it right. It's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to be scared. It's okay. And I'm okay, even when things don't feel completely comfortable. I'm open to more joy, more excitement, more opportunity as I step out of 2016 and over the threshold into 2017. Top of the head, I'm open to the possibility that it could be easier for the planet next year. That we could take what we've learned this year and implement change for the better. That maybe the darkness and the struggle that's been happening for me personally or for the world and the planet, that we can take that learning and move forward and implement change more easily with less struggle, less fight, less heartache. I'm going to tap right here. What if that were possible? What if I were open to that? And what if it was easy? I'm open to the possibility. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I'm too frightened. It's all too negative. It's impossible. And I'm tapping on those feelings too. It's too grim. I'm tapping on the doom and the gloom and the grim too. And if you need a few more rounds, it's okay. Keep going. Use a lot of double karate chops if the negativity is still swirling around in your head. Because as we all know, when we come to a quieter place in our nervous system, when there's lots of blood in the forebrain, we can think straight, we can strategize, we can formulate, okay, what's my next step? What's my first step? What do I need to do next? And maybe it's not about solving the problem, but just where am I right now and where is my next step? And maybe my next step is just being present, just being here in the moment so that I know when I'm called, I'll activate. Okay, little taste tester, what I like to call a tap along. As I mentioned at the beginning, not intended as therapy, just intended to begin to open and release and get your energies flowing a little bit, get them humming, open things up. And you may notice more important aspects emerging while we're tapping, and that's okay. Write them down, put them into your EFT journal, tap with your tapping buddy, tap with your EFT practitioner, tap for yourself if you're an experienced tapper, and release those aspects that emerge. And release them fully. Not just that feels better, but take them all the way to zero, where you literally can't feel that feeling anymore, despite trying hard to activate that old uncomfortable feeling. Okay. Well, it's been lovely tapping with you today. I'm really enjoying creating these videos for you. The light is fading on me here. The sun's going down. It's dinner time, but I wanted to just send this out to you and send you into 2017, hopefully with more curiosity, more joy, more excitement, more love, embracing the future from a positive place rather than from a place of doom or grimness, okay? And feel free to rewind and go through the video a couple of times. You might be quite surprised at how much better you feel. Okay, so this is Susan Bushell, energy therapist from Guelph, Ontario, Canada. My website is freeyouremotions.com. It's been a great honor to tap with you. Please share this video with others. Embrace tapping. Embrace some type of energetic technique to allow yourself to move through life more comfortably. Life happens, but you don't have to feel a victim to it. Okay. Bye for now.